Welcome to the Michigan Runner Show. Join us each time as we explore the people, the places, and the events that shape our great sport.
Hi, I'm Jenny McCafferty, and I'm here with Gary Morgan, who just returned from Tokyo at the Paralympics, and he's got stories about Michigan athletes.
Okay, well, we had several Michigan Olympians or Paralympians at the Paralympics, and of course the biggest star was right here from Ypsilanti at Eastern Michigan University, Brittany Mason. She's a sprinter, and I'm not sure what her class was. I think it was T47, might have been. Anyway, she ended up getting a silver in the 100. She went in with she was world record holder in the respecting gold, but she still got silver, which is phenomenal on the world stage. That was in the 100. She got silver in the 200, and then she did a relay, and I don't know if it's 4x1 or 4x4, but then they won gold, and I think it was a relay of wheelers and runners at the same time. So she pulled down a gold in a relay. Scott Severin, who is a shot putter, and he's been a world-class athlete for years. He got hit by lightning years ago up at the Army base up in Grayling, the National Guard base up there, and became paralyzed. For a few years, he did not compete, and then got into competition. He's become a shot putter and a discus. He took 7th in the discus. I do not have his exact classification, but 7th in the shot put. We had some Paralympians in basketball, which won the gold medal, and I'll just give you a few quick names, and I probably have seen them before. A pickup game they had in Southfield about 3 years ago, and their names was Michael Pay, and Matt Scott. They were on the gold medal winning team. And the women's basketball also won gold over there. And this is wheelchair basketball that I just talked about. There was Darlene Hunter. She's from Commerce. And so she was on the gold medal winning basketball team. There was another goal ball, which is a form of handball, only done a little bit differently with a bell on it. They work on sound. There was Mike Cusco, and they made it to a semifinal round, but then played for the bronze medal and against Lithuania and did not win that match. So they came away with a 4th place finish. And then there's Taekwondo, Evan Medal, but I do not know where he placed. And there was Brian Barton in tennis. Once again, I do not know where he placed. And so those were our Michigan athletes. We were well represented, Michigan athletes. There was around 400 U.S. Paralympians at the games in Tokyo. So Michigan had a good share of them, and they did a phenomenal job over there in Tokyo.
Well, Gary, you mentioned all these different classes. Do the classes have to do with what the disability is?
Yes, it does. Especially in basketball, they got a wheelchair. But in track and swimming, the individual sports, team sports, they're out there playing. But in the and they're obviously for whatever, and I couldn't tell you the whole deal. But in track and swimming, they are in different classes, and it's usually a T and a number. And some are from sight. I saw blind runners. They had to have a guide with them, just stuff like that. You've got the classes where they can't walk. Depends if they're missing a limb. They've got different classes for that. Brittany Mason, I believe, has an arm disability or shoulder above the waist, so that she's on that classification. There's so many different ones. Once again, this is my first year really getting into Paralympics after going to the trials and now going to the games. I've learned a lot. I've got a lot more to learn about Paralympic sports.
Sounds like you're having fun doing that.
Yes, it was definitely exciting. It's definitely a whole different ball game than being at a regular Olympics.
Gary, thank you very much for your report from the Paralympics in Tokyo.